Hello and welcome to our retro match in lockdown. We're still going to be able to watch some of Wrexham's great moments. 3 o'clock every Saturday until we get some proper footy. Let's relive some of Wrexham's great moments. And what better moment than Wrexham's first ever trip to Wembley. Wrexham against Grimsby Town in the 2013 FA Trophy final. Wrexham having beaten Gainsborough Trinity in a dramatic semi-final, earning their rights to go to Wembley. And they made the most of it. All those classic Wembley tropes that you see, the team going off and getting themselves fitted out in suits so they can look the part when they arrive at Wembley. There was also a fantastic buzz at Eagles Meadow, and the pop-up shop that was there really got a great crowd in as the players came to sign autographs and meet the fans before the big occasion. And then eventually that occasion came. The team travelled down on their coach. Great moments, not just for the fans, but of course for all the players, savouring every moment of it. And then on the morning of the game, you remember, thick snow. And the fans had to make their own long and perhaps nervous trek to make sure they got through the bad weather in order to get to Wembley, where they could enjoy, for the first time as Wrexham fans, the atmosphere on Wembley Way.
I know you've been following Wrexham for years. It's fantastic. This is like a reward for all of us, isn't it?
Yes, it's hope it's the same result as 2005. And it's very good. Hopefully not here at the end of the season, that we're going straight up. It'd be nice to win this trophy for the fans.
Oh, can you believe it? We're at Wembley.
No, we're going to do it! We're going to win! Wrexham! 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 Red Army! Red Army!
Have you come for the match by any chance?
Yeah, we've come all the way from Wrexham. A bit snowy up there over the weekend, but we managed to dig ourselves out.
It's been
and we've travelled down today.
Nerve-wracking week.
Wrexham. A bit snowy up there over the weekend, but we managed to dig ourselves out.
It's been
and we've travelled down today.
Nerve-wracking weekend with the weather, but we got down here okay. That's a relief, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. Come down on the bus. It's been a good atmosphere. All the coaches coming down the M42. Really good.
And feeling confident about the game?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Hopefully we'll win. Put it that way. I'm not confident.
Oh, brilliant.
So, the big occasion was upon us. We travelled in numbers, and here we were at Wembley. Let's enjoy it all again. Your commentator is Alex Taylor.
Oh, here we go. The FA Trophy final at Wembley Stadium 2013. Both clubs have done fantastic to get to the final. Can anybody hear me? This is absolutely unbelievable. The atmosphere is electric. To my right, 18,000 or so screaming Welsh fans, and to my left, the rowdy Yorkshiremen from Grimsby. The atmosphere is unbelievable. And let's run through the teams for you. For Grimsby then, in goal is number 13, James McKeown. The defence consists of Sam Hatton, Sean Pearson, Ian Miller and Aswad Thomas. A midfield 4 of Joe Colbeck, Marcus Marshall, Craig Disley and Frankie Artis. And a strike force of Ross Hanna and Andy Cook. For Wrexham then, well, there is some talking point. No Joe Clark, he drops to the bench. In comes Kevin Thornton. To the lineup then, Chris Maxwell in goal, Stephen Wright at right back. No Neil Ashton, he is unavailable through injury. The left back is Johnny Hunt. Centre backs Martin Riley and Chris Westwood, who've been ever present so far in our amazing season. The midfield 3 of Jay Harris, Dean Keats and Kevin Thornton, and the manager himself has thrown himself into the lineup. Andy Morrell starts up front alongside Brett Ormerod and Danny Wright, the top scorer for Wrexham. What an occasion. Wrexham's first ever visit to Wembley. The third Welsh team to ever reach the FA Trophy final. Newport County got there last year. Bangor City before them, the only other Welsh team to make the FA Trophy final. Screams of Wrexham lager echo from the Wrexham end. This really is something. And now you will have the national anthems. Well, if that doesn't get you up for a game, then nothing will. Two national anthems of Wales and England to get this game going. And there was some hostilities from both ends there as the anthems were played. This is it. Wrexham versus Grimsby. Wales versus England. And hopefully Wrexham can equal Wales's fantastic win last weekend as they won down in the Millennium Stadium to win the Six Nations. They'll be looking to take something from that. And we'll just run through the teams again for you. So in goal is James McKeown for Grimsby. Right back Sam Hatton, left back Aswad Thomas, centre back Sean Pearson and Ian Miller, midfielder Joe Colbeck, Craig Disley, Frankie Artus and Marcus Marshall, and up front Andy Cook and Ross Hannon. Ian Miller, the centre back, has won the FA Trophy with Darlington back in 2011. For Wrexham then, Maxwell in goal, the man who's come on loan from Fleetwood, the former Wrexham player, back in the side. Stephen Wright is right back. Left back is Johnny Hunt filling in for the injured Neil Ashton. Centre backs Martin Riley and Chris Westwood. Central midfielders of Jay Harris, Dean Keats and Kevin Thornton replacing Joe Clark. And up front, Danny Wright, Brett Ormerod, and the player manager himself, Andy Morel, who is leading from the front today. A leader in the dressing room, a leader from the sidelines, a leader on the pitch. The referee today is Jonathan Moss. The assistant referees are Darren England and Harry Leonard. And the fourth official is James Adcock. Craig Disley there, the captain. Won promotion in 2002 with Mansfield. There's James McKeown, who, according to Dean Keats, wouldn't have made it in football if it wasn't for him and Chris Westwood in their time at Walsall. He got a mention through Keats and Westwood, and finally got a break in the side. Chris Maxwell, back on loan from Fleetwood after leaving in the summer. Didn't think he'd be back so soon, he said in midweek. But how lucky we are to have him back, especially with that really nasty injury to Jocelyn Maivik. There's Andy Morel, who has himself played in a playoff final with Blackpool back in 2007, where Blackpool were promoted to the Championship. This is it. The nerves are jangling around me. Bottom tier is full. Some fans out in fancy dress as well, in good spirits, and a sea of red to the right. And we are underway for the FA Trophy Final 2013, Grimsby versus Wrexham, and a long ball forward by Hatton, headed away by Riley. Disley. Thornton did well. Throw into Grimsby. Hannah. Goal kick. Hasn't scored, Ross Hannah, since that goal that defeated Wrexham back in December. Since then, he has signed on full-term contract after he was on loan. 9 goals this season for Grimsby, Ross Hannah. Danny Wright can't get a header on. Chases on for Morel though. Puts Saswan Thomas under pressure, and Thomas wins the free kick. Decision from Morel to play himself, to play Thornton. They are experienced players. Will their fitness last on this huge Wembley pitch as Riley wins the header? Disley forward. Colbeck looking to get past Johnny Hunt, and he's nicked it off. Hunt's crossing position, keeps it in. Takes a tumble for his troubles. Johnny Hunt just caught that. Little lapse of concentration. Play the game, not the occasion, Morel said this week. That's Disley forward again. Headed away by Hunt, flicked on by Harris. How key will he be today in that midfield battle? Jay Harris. Hatton. Daggle ball. Easy for Maxwell to get to. As now hymns and arias rings out around Wembley. Spine-tingling stuff. Danny Wright backing into Thomas. Thomas did well. Flicked on by Hannah, looking for Cook. Riley under pressure. Maxwell takes his time. Flicked rather more up than forward by Morel, who's lost the boot in the process. And Morel tries to play it forward. It's a poor pass in the end. There will be a throw into Grimsby. Flicked on by Cook. Maybe a 50-50 in midfield's a great challenge on Thornton, and then Riley goes tumbling. That's a fantastic challenge by Frankie Artis on Kevin Thornton. The ball was there to be won, and a crunching tackle from Artis left Thornton on the floor. Just the one goal this season, Frankie Artis versus Mansfield. Here's Marshall. It's got Westwood for pace. Marshall in the crossing position. Swings into the area, back post. Headed behind by Johnny Hunt. First real chance for either side has gone Grimsby's way. It was Westwood who was left in Marshall's smoke trails. So a corner to come in from Colbeck. Short one. Hatton misses the ball. Might come for Artis though. Strikes at goal, and that's over. Not troubling Chris Maxwell, that one. He's set up on the left foot, striking over. But that is the threatening area of Grimsby. Marshall showing some great pace there, and Westwood getting caught on it. Not the fastest Chris Westwood. Thornton does well. Captain Keats. Good ball. Here's Johnny Hunt. Swings into the area. Oh, my comfort! Oh, Rod. It was Harris in the end. Danny Wright lurking as well, and Wrexham go from one end to the other to create their own chance. Danny Wright was lurking, and it was little Jay Harris round the back who attempted to get a head on. Grimsby survived that attack. Flipped on by Disley, who's been very involved in these opening minutes, the Grimsby captain. Long throw from Wright. Harris. Stephen Wright. Clip forward, looking for Morale. Morale's done well to jump. It's not really going anywhere, and that's easy for McKeown to gather. Good header from Riley. Harris battles well against Marshall and does well and plays it down the line. No one there though. Pearson sliced that one and scarred into touch for a Wrexham throw. Scored one goal so far in the FA Trophy, Sean Pearson against Hamilton of Waterlooville. Here's Thornton. Wayward pass, and wasn't the best of passes there. Riley's done well. Here's Westwood, under pressure from Cook. Thornton, poor touch. Challenge came in again. Heavy touch from Westwood. And Artis again has won the ball back with another fierce challenge. He's done well in that respect so far. Keats clips it forward. Riley under pressure. Here's Johnny Hunt. Looking for Morale. Headed away by Miller. Here's Thornton. Hunt back to Maxwell. Good first time pass from the Wrexham goalkeeper. The man from St Asaph, Chris Maxwell. Local Welsh boy. Westwood, who's won his fair share of promotions with Wickham, to name but a few. Danny Wright with a header. Here's Thornton. Gets it back off Johnny Hunt. Forward ball looking for Danny Wright. It's a good stab away from Artis. Danny Wright on the chase though, and it's hacked away by Pearson, who is very angry at his centre-half partner, Ian Miller there. Throw in for Wrexham. Fulton. Forward by Keats, looking for Danny Wright, flicked on by Wright, looking for Ormerod. He's beaten in the air though. Danny Wright wins the ball back, might come for Westwood. Good ball, laid off by Wright for Harris. Keats clips it forward, Morell's lurking, Morell goes down! Nothing doing, says the referee, on a goal kick. Now that curling cross was dangerous. It was a good ball from Dean Keats, and Morell went tumbling. A few of the Wrexham players appealed. Morell, in all fairness, wasn't too up in arms about it. It's a good ball though from the skipper Dean Keats. And here he is again. The ball straight away, headed away though by Disley. Morell holding off Miller. Miller gets the header away though. Good header by Harris. Keeps coming the challenge. On the challenge going in again from Harris, and Artis goes away, and a free kick in the end conceded by Chris Westwood. Artis just too agile for the Wrexham centre back. Artis left the 36-year-old for dead there. All he could do was stick out a leg. So free kick for Grimsby. Sam Hatton's over this one. Here's Hatton, floats it in towards Pearson and headed wide. Oh, that was Westwood's man. And hit the stanchion behind the goal. Well, what a story for Wrexham. At the start of last season, these fans didn't know if they'd have a club. They came in, turned out their pockets, and now they're in an FA Trophy final within 18 months. A magnificent story. And the players have said all week there's no way that they can ever do enough to repay the fans. Winning the trophy could just be a big thank you though. First final appearance for Wrexham since 2005 in the LDV vans, of course. The famous win against Southend United. Heavy touch by Keats, and that looked two-footed there by Disley. It did look two-footed, and Keats isn't happy. And neither Staunton. Disley could be in trouble here, the Grimsby captain. And that did look a very dangerous challenge, and he gets away with nothing, Craig Disley. He gets away with just a talking to. Well, that's a very big decision from the referee, John Moss. Craig Disley has got away with a poor challenge there. Let's have a look at this again. It was two-footed, both studs were raised. That's a red card. In comes the cross anyway. Riley! Oh, saved by McKeown. Free header for Martin Riley, looking for his first Wrexham goal. And there was the chance. And Harris doing his defensive duties as well. Oh, that was the best chance of the game so far. It went Wrexham's way. It was Martin Riley. A floated in free kick. Free header. Straight at McKeown. Here's Marshall for Grimsby. Forward ball. Looking for the overlapping run of Thomas, but there's too much on that. Stephen Wright then with the throw. A UEFA Cup winner, Stephen Wright, with Liverpool back in 2001. Thomas with the clearance. Headed by Keats, not very far though, flicked on by Keats. Forward to Ormond, lays it off for Thornton. Wrexham playing some good football. Miller beats him around to the ball though, clipped over by Keats. It's a good ball, clever ball. Hunt can't really control it though. And it's flicked away by Hatton for a Wrexham throw. Thornton under pressure from Disley. Hacked away by Colbeck, and that will be another throw. Thornton just a swing it in, it'll be another throw in, and it's gone Grimsby's way this time. Took a ricochet off Thornton. Throwing goes Wrexham's way. Brett Ormerod has scored on this ground for Blackpool, took Blackpool up to the Premier League with a single goal of the game against Cardiff in the playoff back in 2010. Here's Hunt. Thornton onside, crossing position, and it's hit against Disley for a corner to Wrexham. Wrexham's first corner. It's going to be Stephen Wright to take this one, it looks like. Usually the man for corners from this side would be Joe Clark, but of course he's been dropped to the bench, so it will be Stephen Wright, the right back, to take this one. It's a good one. Headed away from underneath his own bar by Artis. Thornton can't control it properly, gets it back though. Swings it all the way across. Might come for Danny Wright, headed away by Pearson. Here's Artis, takes on the chest. Fed back in by Stephen Wright towards Danny Wright. Header again by Pearson. Hacked away by Hatton. Header away by Hunt. And it's the throw-in's gone Wrexham's way. Thornton again. Clip forward by Keats, looking for Danny Wright. Header away by Pearson. Marshall. Now, we know he's got pace. He's got Harris for company, and a great challenge by Stephen Wright. Really anticipated that well. Keats spots Wright, tries to lay it off to Ormerod, wasn't the same wavelength. Good idea. Precision wasn't there though. And now it's Grimsby's turn to break with Colbeck. Clip forward, looking for Cook. Looked like handball. Nothing doing to the referee, and then he brings down Keats, and that'll be a free kick to Wrexham. Two goals in the FA Trophy so far for Andy Cook against Havant and Waterlooville, and against Dartford in that semi-final where they won 3-0 overall. Flicked on by Morrell. No one there for Wrexham though, and a quite audacious back pass from Artis has put McKeown in a bit of pressure. He's done well. Headed away by Riley. Morrell to Harris, back to Morrell, flicked up in the air. Danny Wright's lurking though. McKeown did well to come and remove the danger immediately after an unsure header back to his own keeper by Pearson. Keats as well to block that forward ball. Here's Harris. Clipped over the top looking for Morrell. He will give chase. It's hacked away by Pearson. One thing Andy Morrell will give is work rate. Non-stop work rate for his team. And he'll work himself into the ground. And the referee, John Moss, here is just going to give Riley a talking to for some reason. I think he's been told to go off and receive some sort of treatment. I think it's a blood injury. Just caught himself in some sort of contact. Getting the nose fixed there, Martin Riley from Ritson Lloyd. Long throw by Wright again, headed away by Thomas. Might come for Thornton, clip forward, looking for Morel, and sort of half-hearted forward ball. Clip forward by McKeown, flicked on by Cook, but it's too far behind Colbeck, and that will be thrown to Wrexham. So Martin Riley re-enters the fray with an unnamed and numbered shirt, a blood shirt. So there's the commitments from Martin Riley so far in this game. Terry Butcher-esque, covered in blood. A real battler. And hopefully we'll see some more battling as the game goes on. Poor pass from Stephen Wright though, looking for Danny Wright. Throw into Grimsby. Disley knocks it down for Thomas. Harris takes a tumble on the turf. Good switch of the play, but well intercepted by Johnny Huntnet. Read the pass from Hutton to Colbeck. Disley. Artis under pressure from Harris. Thomas forward to Marshall, under pressure from Stephen Wright. Still Marshall, good challenge from Stephen Wright. Grimsby still in possession. Giving away poorly though. Here's Thornton, chance of Wrexham on the counter. Forward ball, Jay Harris. Goes past ball, goes past two. Michael on the left foot for Jay Harris, goes for goal over the bar! Great individual play by Jay Harris. It's almost as if he ran through brick walls. And a real effort on goal. A fantastic opportunity. Just maybe grazed James McKeown's bar. But Wrexham threatening that. Great strike from Jay Harris. Just the one goal in the FA Trophy so far for Jay Harris, and that was against Southport in the quarterfinals in the 3-1 win. And on his weaker foot, wasn't too far away. Of course, he has scored that pretty special goal against Barrow earlier in the season, a screamer. We know he's got it in his locker. Flicked on by Hannah. Up in the air by Marshall. Hacked away by Hunt. Only as far as Disley. Here's Colbeck. Under pressure from Thornton and Hunt. Hatton comes in to help. Swings it in. Marshall's there. Goal kick. Just over 20 minutes played. Grimsby 0, Wrexham 0 here at Wembley in the FA Trophy final 2013, sorry. Dynamite loses out to Pearson. Here's Harris, clip forward. Too ambitious for Harris there, no one really chasing down. Forward by McKeown, headed away by Westwood. Did well in the air. Disley. Morel gives chase on Pearson and force him into giving away to Keats, but it's equally given away by Keats to Artis. Thomas over the top, looking for Marshall. Might come for Hannah. Here's Marshall. Sweeps past Keats. A long way around Stephen Wright though, and Stephen Wright's done really well to get that away. Morel can't win the header against Pearson. Will come for Miller. No way forward for Grimsby. Poor pass by Pearson. Wrexham failed to pressurise that one though. Cook flicks it on against Riley. Westwood sweeps up. Knocked away for a throw into Grimsby. Hacked away by Hunt. Miller did well to prevent that from bouncing over his head. Under pressure from Morel though. Keats forward ball, but a space for Thornton to work into now. Under pressure though by Colbeck. Thornton. Here's Hunt now. Thornton. Under pressure. Too much from Thornton, and Ross Hannon did really well to work it back all the way from up front and win the ball back for his team, but it's given away again. Wrexham still have possession. Punted forward by Maxwell. Flicked on by Dan Wright. Bit of space from Morel. Good ball by Morel, looking for the run of Danny Wright. Good challenge by Thomas, and he's conceded the corner. Oh, it's just given Grimsby's way. Ah, it looked like a corner. The assistant referee didn't flag. The referee did though. Free kick conceded there by Danny Wright on Aswad Thomas. Former Braintree left back. Did really well when he came to the racecourse at the end of last season for Braintree in that 5-1 defeat that Wrexham dished out. Earns himself a move to Grimsby. Here's Keats, nothing ahead of him. Hits it against Disley. Lucky bounce for Johnny Hunt. Keats gives it away to Disley. Costly error maybe. Here's Colbeck. Swings into the area. It's a good ball, headed away by Riley. Might come for Marshall. Stephen Wright gets his body in the way. Marshall's nicked it off him though. Might come for Marshall. Hacked away by Martin Riley. Thornton. Now can Wrexham break with Harris. Ormerod striding forward. Under pressure from Arthur. Still Brett Ormerod into the 18-yard box. Goes past Hatton. It's all gone all the way across the left-hand side. Good run by Ormerod. Back to Keats. Wrexham still building. Thornton forward to Johnny Hunt. Couldn't really control it. Back came Artus. And Grimsby just about clear their lines. That's a fantastic run by Brett Ormerod. Striding across this big Wembley pitch. Well, he moved really fast, didn't he, for a 36-year-old. Morel can't win the header. Headed away by Grimsby, and now here's Hatton. He's under pressure, and Morel's done really well to put him under even more pressure. Wrexham doing really well to press Grimsby back and force them into giving the ball back. Here's Keats. Poor pass by Keats. It was easily read by Colbeck ahead of Johnny Hunt, and Riley's forced back to Maxwell. Keats clips it forward, diagonal ball, looking for Danny Wright. Danny Wright flicks it on. He's a good header as well. Might come for Thornton on the chest. Under pressure from Artus. Shouts of shoot from the Wrexham fans. Thought against it. Went through a stage of scoring 4 goals in 4 games, Kevin Thornton. One of them an absolute beauty. Danny Wright under pressure as well, just to clip it back to Harris. Riley. Ormerod turns in space. Out wide left, here's Johnny Hunt. Thornton. Good ball. Turned by Ormerod again. Wrexham building patiently. Might come for Jay Harris. Turns past Artus onto his left foot. Feeds it to Keats. Keats feeds out wide left. Johnny Hunt. Can he keep it in? Swings into the area. Thumped away. Might come for Jay Harris. Edge of the area. Goes for goal. And that's not enough connection on that by Jay Harris. And that's an opportunity wasted for Wrexham. It's good build-up play. Grimsby throwing bodies on the line, and it's set up for Jay Harris to take it on the volley. Just not the right connection, and it trickles wide of James McKeown's goal. squinted against Westwood. Played forward by Hunt, but it's not really going anywhere. Wasn't really aimed towards anyone. Foul on Ormerod. Jay Harris. So free kick for Wrexham. Baxwell thumps this one long and diagonally, looking for Morel. Morel can't get that. Colbeck puts it forward. Well dealt with by Riley. Johnny Hunt can't keep it in play. Will be a throw into Grimsby. Disley tried to take about 10 yards there. Throws it back to Hatton. Given away by Cook to Hunt, but clipped back forward. Hannah beats Keats in the air, unchallenged. Here's Colbeck now, crossing position. Onto his weaker foot though. Has to go back to Hatton. Disley. And Wrexham forced Grimsby all the way back into their own half. Here's Pearson now. Thomas. Forward to Marshall. Under pressure from Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright's done well to win that against Marshall and win the throw-in for Wrexham. A cagey first half hour or so. Best chances, clear-cut chances have fallen to Wrexham. Jay Harris and Martin Riley. Here's Keats, the captain. Picks out Riley, striding forward from the back. Here's Thornton. Does well to turn away from Artis. Harris, bit of space. Goes past Marshall. Wright lays it off and just couldn't come for Harris. And now Grimsby can break. On the counter. Back comes Johnny Hunt and does really well against Joe Colbeck. And hacks it away, keeps it in play. Done really well there, Johnny Hunt. Free kick against Grimsby. Harris on Artis. He's quite high. Artis just taking a bit of time to recover from that. That was quite high. Both players challenging for a 50-50 ball that bounced. Both inclined to go for it, so it will be a free kick to Grimsby. Referee just giving a talking to Pearson and Westwood. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Swung in by Hatton. Headed away by Westwood. Harris and Westwood on the scene straight away. Hacked away. Here's Ormerod. Does well to turn. Here's Thornton now. Can Wrexham break? Thornton just holds up play. Here's Harris. Wrexham happy to build patiently. Given away by Keats though. Good challenge by Harris. Read that on Colbeck and Wrexham get possession back. Here's Keats. Thornton. Forward to right. Clip back to Harris and here's Johnny Hunt. Bit of space for him on the left hand side. Swings into the area early. No one there though and Thomas can deal with that easily. Thump down the left hand side. And that's easy for Maxwell to get to. 0-0 at Wembley. Grimsby versus Wrexham in the FA Trophy final. Good pass by Hunt to Ormerod. Thornton. Ormerod gets it back. Onto his right foot. Back to Thornton. Square ball. Jay Harris, bit of space. Harris goes for goal. It hits Pearson. Might come for Harris again. Goes for goal and goes behind for a goal kick to Grimsby. And Jay Harris really does want that Wembley goal, doesn't he? It's a couple of efforts he's had now. That one was blocked this time by Pearson. He has had the best chance of the game between him and Riley. Riley had that free header. Strike at goal by Jay Harris, a left footer. Flicked on by Cook. Stephen Wright's there, and Westwood does well to hold off Cook, and it's cleaned up by Johnny Hunt. And then flicked on by Harris into no man's land. Pearson puts it forward, headed away by Stephen Wright. Morel goes tumbling on the Wembley turf. Nothing doing. Flipped forward by Hatton, headed away by Johnny Hunt. Throw into Grimsby. Good interplay between Hatton and Colbeck. Might come for Hatton again. Flicked over Thornton's head. Back comes Hannah to help out. Disley forward ball. Keats as well to hold off Hatton and then break forward and go down and win a free kick. Well played by Dean Keats. And Keats and Hatton go head to head now. Wrexham just need to be wary of their tempers. And Hatton did his best job of running away from the referee, trying to hide. So we're talking to Wrexham, just need to keep their discipline, of course. And saying that, Grimsby are lucky to still have 11 men on the pitch after Disley's high challenge, two-footed forward ball by Maxwell. Flicked on by Westwood, might come for Morel, headed away, bit of a scramble, flicked away by Colbeck. Chases on now for Marshall, down the left-hand side, back comes Stephen Wright. Grimsby flooding forward, here's Thomas on the left-hand side, crossing position, just keeps it in play. Goes past Hunt, into the area, and Hunt's done really well. Didn't give up the fight, Johnny Hunt. Grimsby comes straight back at them though, here's Artis. Good turn. Thornton does well to read it though. Danny Wright under pressure. Ball out wide left to Ormond, bit of space for him to work into. Thornton. Here's Harris in the centre circle. Westwood striding forward now to Keats, the captain, on his left foot. Cuts inside, clips it forward to the back post. Might come for Ormrod, headed away by Hatton. That will be a corner for Wrexham. Stephen Wright again coming across to take this one. One goal in the FA Trophy so far for Brett Ormrod. That was against Solihull Moors. The goal today would take him up to 10 for the season. Here is the corner. Rested on top of the bar in the end, and McKeown was scrambling, but it didn't worry him too much. Nil-nil here at the Wembley in the FA Trophy final. 2013, Wrexham's first appearance at Wembley. Headed away by Keats. Foul against Keats though for pushing. Well, the Wrexham fans have done really well to come out in full voice today. They've battled through the snowy conditions. Some of them have made it, and we haven't forgotten about you. All those who wanted to come, who got a ticket but didn't manage to come out. Clever one by Hatton for Hannah. Into the area. Keats for company. Clips it in. And there is the player manager, Andy Morrell. Wasn't the best of clearances though. Hasn't even cleared out of his own half. Still Grimsby on the attack. Thomas to Cook. Back to Thomas. Here's Marshall. Under pressure from Danny Wright. Goes down. Throw into Wrexham. Marshall looking for the free kick. Nothing doing. Says the referee. Long one from Stephen Wright. Danny Wright can't get the header on. Here's Marshall. Puts on the afterburners. Speeds past Harris. Speeds past Stephen Wright. Westwood covering. And Westwood's done well just to see it out for a goal kick. Marshall, the outlet is the danger. A real speed demon when he gets going. Miller wins it against Morrell. Flicked on by Colbeck. Cook wins the header against Riley. Might come for Disley. Played forward into a bit of space. Riley does well to hold off Hannah. Play it back to Maxwell. Maxwell forced to thump it into the crowd here. Harris wins it from Artis. Artis wins it back though against Ormerod. Hannah could be, and out comes Maxwell, but Hannah was offside anyway. Quick off his line is Chris Maxwell. He did well there to dive at Ross Hannah's feet and get the attack going straight away. Danny Wright takes on the chest, being held surely by Thomas, and that's a free kick to Wrexham. It's being held by Danny Wright. I haven't really seen him got going in this game yet. Where he strides behind the defenders, he's difficult to stop with power. Grimsby taking the manhandling approach on him there. Free kick in an excellent position for Wrexham. Keats over it into the area, and that's punched away by McKeon, not convincingly. Michael for Danny Wright in the area. Hits it against Pearson for a corner to Wrexham. For Wrexham now. Dean Keats, the captain, to whip it in. Deep one. Headed away. Free kick to Grimsby. Stephen Wright questioning the referee as to why. I think there was a bit of pushing going on. Away by Westwood. Here's Disley. Forward ball looking for the run of Hatton. And Ormerod does well to win it. He's been like a man possessed today, Brett Ormerod. Really has worked himself all over the pitch. He really does love playing on this Wembley turf. And he's winning his team a throw in here. Johnny Hunt looking for movement. Headed away by Hatton. Back towards Pearson. Wasn't the best of touches from Thomas, and he's hoofed it behind for a throw-in to Wrexham. Well, Grimsby haven't scored in their last 3 games. Lost to Nuneaton 1-0, lost to Cambridge 1-0, lost to Mansfield 2-0. It's Wrexham who've had the more chances. Here's Thornton, bit of space on the edge of the 18-yard box, trying to flick it out wide to Johnny Hunt. Still battling away though, the Irishman. Back to Keats. Good ball. Ormerod, space to turn, no. He's blocked away. Has to feed it back to Keats. Crossing position though. Infield. Thornton could go for a striker goal. Turns away onto his left foot. Out wide left to Keats. Again a crossing position. Swings into the area. Headed away. Michael Ferratus. Harris gets there first though. Given away though by Harris. And Grimsby now can break. Here's Cook. Under pressure from Riley. Good play by Riley. And that will be a throw into Wrexham. Just keeping Andy Cook at bay. Riley, the nameless man, on the back of his shirt due to the blood injury he sustained earlier in the first half. Morel could be in with a shout, nods it down, only as far as Disley though. Hatton under pressure from Ormerod, has to hack it away for a throw-in to Wrexham again. On the halfway line. Thornton comes short. Forced back to Riley though. All the way back to Maxwell. And Wrexham happy just to rebuild. Forward ball. Right does well to flick it down, and in came Keats, who took a tumble over Pearson. Here's Marshall. 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half. Here's Disley. Turns away from danger. And Grimsby playing some good football there. Here's Pearson now, striding forward. Harris charging down Miller. Forward ball by Hatton. It's a good ball as well. Looking for the run of Ross Hannah. Heavy touch by him though. And that's going to cost him dear. Riley does well to win the ball back, and it's cleared away by Johnny Hunt. Only as far as Disley though. But his touch is poor. Throw into Wrexham. Ormerod looking to get things going quickly. They want to go before half time. Here's Thornton. Harris. Outline to Stephen Wright, gets it back. Forward ball, here's Thornton. And the referee decides that's that. Half time here at Wembley in the FA Trophy final. Wrexham 0, Grimsby 0. As we start the second half, it is currently 0-0, a stalemate. Both sides cancelling each other out. Who will be the first to blink? Danny Wright holding off Thomas, who appeals to the referee for something. Nothing given. Keats, forward ball to Morel. Good ball for Morel, looking for Hunt. Colbeck gets there first and then hits it against Hunt. Wins the throw. Still coming from half-time. We're getting a half-time pie. Still attempting to get to their seats. The game is underway. No changes from either side at half-time. Here's Morel, pops it back to Hunt. Forward ball into the area. Danny Wright's lurking, gets up with Pearson, but is headed away. Thumped away by Thomas, only as far as Stephen Wright. Just rides the challenge from Marshall. Here's Riley. Thumped away by Maxwell. It's too far for everyone though, and McKeown will get that one. Wrexham looking to add to A whole host of silverware, 23 Welsh Cups, 6 FAW Premier Cups. Won what is now League One back in 1978. And of course, that all-important LDV Vans Trophy when we were on the brink of extinction and we came back fighting. Similar story here. 18 months ago, we could have gone out of existence. But Wrexham have come back fighting. The dragon is breathing fire. So a free kick to Grimsby, which Hatton is over. Swept in towards the back post. Flag is up. Foul on the near hand side. I think it was hands on the shoulders from Pearson. And Maxwell looked to take this one quickly. He spotted Ormerod in a bit of space, but that's too much for him. It's too far away. Grimsby get the ball back. Back it comes Wrexham's way. Headed away by Riley. Flicked on by Keats. Ormerod is a mile offside. Referee playing the advantage though. Here's Colbeck. Disley lucky to be on the pitch. A two-footed tackle early in the first half was evident to everyone. Arguably should have gone. Here's Pearson, looks over the top, looking for a Marshall. Marshall's in a bit of space now. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. Crossing position. Onto his right foot. Up against Stephen Wright. Swings into the area. Back post. Headed away. And Hunt left it in the end. It will be a goal kick. Yeah, just over Johnny Hunt's head there. And the Grimsby fans not happy in that. Neither is Joe Colbeck. Marshall has been impressing on this left-hand side. Just about keeping the ball in play. Marshall wins the header. Flicked on towards Hannah. Riley takes over with a new shirt now. Thumped away by Maxwell, looking for the run of Andy Morrell. Flag stays down. McKeown slips. Back up for Andy Morrell. Great save by McKeown. Morrell again to the 80 elbow, plays it off. Thornton goes for goal. Good save by McKeown, and Danny Wright battling away, can't stab it away. And there was the chance. Andy Morrell round McKeown, a costly slip, but he just couldn't get the contact on it. Well, a magnificent opportunity for Andy Morrell, the player manager who always seems to score in the big games, to grab the opening goal. Now here come Grimsby. It's Colbeck. Riley does well. McKeown, credit to McKeown, he did really well coming out to that and closing down the angle. He did fantastically, the goalkeeper. Meanwhile, Grimsby on the attack. Here's Hatton. Costly pass, he's given it away to Danny Wright. Forward ball to Ormerod. Past Miller. Still got Wright with him. Speeds past Miller. Gets the corner for Wrexham. First corner in front of their own fans this game. Those Welsh fans in full voice. Stephen Wright to take the corner. Curling one. Punched away by McKeown. Might come for Harris. Didn't get the right contact on it. It's given away to Marshall. And now Grimsby can break on the counter. Forward ball. And that's poor by Marshall and just goes out of play. Marcus Marshall, formerly of Blackburn Rovers, made one appearance for them in the League Cup, funnily enough, against Grimsby in a 4-1 win. 4 Blackburn Rovers came on for a certain Morton Gantz Pedersen. But that man there, Andy Morrell, has had the best chance by far A costly slip by McKeown, but he did well to recover. Here's Johnny Hunt, swings into the area. Danny Wright lurking, nodded it away from goal. Thornton does well to get something on it. Stephen Wright forward to Keats, does well to turn and keep his footing under pressure from Hannah. Here's Hunt, swings it in again, low one. Hacked up in the air by Miller. And behind his own goal, another corner. The cauldron effect of the Welsh fans echoes round the Wembley Stadium. Stephen Wright again to take this one. Up comes Westwood. Curling again. Header from Wright. Wright goes to goal. It's wide. Just wide from Danny Wright. Onto his weaker foot. 6 yards out. Body's in the way. And a glazing opportunity for Wrexham and Danny Wright. Knows he should have stuck it away, but there were bodies in the way. Didn't really expect it to come to him. Instinctive reaction from the big man. Just off target. Headed away by Westwood. Danny Wright on the charge. He's really up for the second half now. Morel loses it though. Given away. Good ball by Keats to Hunt. Here's Ormerod. Tackle by Colbeck though. Ormerod does well to win it back. Thornton. Morel tried to stab it through, but didn't get the right contact on. Cleared away by Pearson. Headed away by Riley. Back comes Grimsby though. With Cook. Hatton. Good play by Jay Harris. Wasn't giving that up and threw himself in the way of the forward ball. And that's what you get from Jay Harris time after time. Pearson. Now there's the Wrexham fans you can hear. The fan-owned club. This means so much to them and everyone involved. To see their dream of just keeping the club alive come to fruition. And they want it to culminate in lifting that trophy. Grimsby, the first to blink and make the change. It's Ross Hannah who will come off. He'll be replaced by Andy Thanoj, the Albanian. So the first change for Grimsby, Thanos for Hannah. It's restarted with a throw in there. Thomas. First touch for Thanos. Good challenge by Ormerod on Disley. And then Danny Wright prevents Aswan Thomas from playing a through ball. Artis. Clipped over the top, looking for Cook. Out of play for a throw into Wrexham. Quick one from Stephen Wright. Thornton has space to work, and here's Riley. Hunt. Back to Jay Harris. Ball over the top, looking for Danny Wright, might come for the big man, here it is. Turns away from Thomas into the 18-yard box, turns away from Marshall, leaves it run for Thornton. Stephen Wright, crossing position, into the area. Maybe came for Morel, who's just headed away by Thanos, who did well. Harris takes a slip at a bad time, and now come Grimsby with Colbeck. Forward ball, might come for Cook, 1-on-1 with Maxwell, Cook, it's wide! Fantastic opportunity for Grimsby. and it was Andy Cook, one-on-one with Maxwell, and it curled agonisingly wide for Grimsby Town. Offside flag was up anyway. And that's a big let-off for Wrexham. Harris took a tumble, and the Wrexham fans going wild as they see a certain Adrian Cislovic preparing to strip off, and that was agonisingly close from Cook, but it was offside, it wouldn't have counted. Big let-off, bit of a wake-up call for Wrexham. Morel flicks it away. It's given away to Grimsby. And Riley's been caught. And that will be a free kick. It's going to be a yellow card for Martin Riley. He brought down Disley. And Martin Riley is the first player in the game to get a yellow card. From John Moss, the referee today. Just caught on it, Martin Riley. Under pressure from Disley, he did well, and Disley just ran straight into Riley, who prevented him from getting round him. Free kick clipped in by Hatton towards Cook. Headed down and volleyed away by Danny Wright. Ormrod now in space. Needs support, he's got Thornton outside him. Manages to hold off Thanoj. He's tackled in the end and wins a throw-in. Taken quickly. Might come for Andy Morel. He's got work to do. Hunt swings it in. Keats! Glancing header across goal. Danny Wright can't keep it in. And it will be a throw into Grimsby. But Wrexham getting things moving very quickly. Trying to catch Grimsby off guard. And with nearly an hour played, that number 7 red shirt of Wrexham emerges from the bench of Adrian Cislovic, the speedy Pole, who is absolutely adored at Wrexham Football Club. But here's Grimsby on the attack now. Popped out wide right to Hatton. Striding forward from the back inside to Disley. Gives it and gets it back from Artus. Danny Wright doing his defensive duties. Here's Pearson now. Speeds past Jay Harris. Tripped by Danny Wright. That'll be a free kick to Grimsby. So it'll be interesting to see who makes way for Adrian Cislovic. Will it be the player manager? Will it be Andy Morel? Free kick taken quickly. Here's Marshall trying to catch Wrexham off guard. Marcus Marshall up against Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright gets something on it. And he's held him off. And a goal kick given to Wrexham. Great play by Stephen Wright. Experience. And a man making way. It is the player manager, Andy Morel, who will depart for number 7, Adrian Cislovic. And the roar as the speedy Pole enters the fray. What sort of problems can he cause to that Grimsby back four? We shall find out with half an hour left to play. Headed away by Artus. Forward by Harris. Might come for Thornton. Clip forward, does well. Here's Hunt, bit of space. Swings it in early. Headed away by Miller. Stephen Wright does really well to win that and get it off Marshall. And he's taking the throw in quickly. Low one, might come for Danny Wright, up in the air. Danny Wright brings it down onto his left foot, and he couldn't really get the right contact on it. And that's easy for McKeown to claim. Just didn't fall right for Danny Wright. I think in the end he sort of kneed it at McKeown. Flicked on by Cook against Westwood. Might come for Marshall, a bit of space. Plays it inside. Here's Cook. Swings into the area, headed away by Westwood. Corner ball for Grimsby. A roar from the Yorkshireman now. Colbeck's going to swing this one in for Grimsby. Low one. Pearson was the header, and it was over the bar. That's a goal kick to Wrexham. Chance there for Pearson. Has scored in the FA Trophy, and that was against Haventon Waterlooville in the second round. They rose above there. Got a header goal. Wasn't threatening Maxwell's goal though. Headed away by Miller on Danny Wright. Harris and Artis battling away. Forward by Stephen Wright. Pearson up against Danny Wright. And it's all up in the air. Thanos, the Albanian, turning back towards his own goal. McKeown pumps it forward. Headed away by Keats. And poor ball in the end by Thanos, looking for Thomas. Wrexham's passing has been slightly more precise than Grimsby's. It's more crisp. Long one from Stephen Wright. Thanos. Pumped forward by Pearson. Westwood did well. Clipped forward by Stephen Wright, offside against Danny Wright. Free kick, thumped forward by McKeown. Headed on by Cook, it might come for Marshall. Clips it inside. Riley's there and thumps it away. Here's Marshall again. Up against Keats. Stephen Wright, like a brick wall, he's been at right back today. Prevents Marshall from getting past him. Corner ball conceded though. Now from the last corner, Pearson threatened and got a head at goal. What can Grimsby produce this time? Colbeck again. Towards the back of the area this time, and it was Cook there. And with nothing around him, Stephen Wright forced to concede another corner. Again, another corner for Grimsby from the same side. This time Riley gets there first. Headed away by Ormrod, and a free kick against Grimsby. Coming into the back of Ormrod there on the edge of his own 18-yard box and conceding the free kick. "25 minutes to go in this FA Trophy final. 0-0. Still a stalemate. Long one from Maxwell. Danny Wright can't get the header on. Harris battling away, but Grimsby get possession back. Artis pops it off to Marshall. Stephen Wright is there again. And feeds infield to Keats, who plays a good ball to Thornton. Under pressure from Colbeck, does well to keep the ball away from him. Here's Hunt. Cislovic. This real chance for him. Turns past two men. Feeds it inside. Wasn't the best passes though. Harris came storming in on Artis. And Riley heads it away against Cook. Cislovic again. Good ball. Looking for Johnny Hunt. Can he swing it in? Yes, he can. Danny Wright. Oh! Ormerod over the bar. Another fantastic opportunity for Wrexham, and it was Brett Ormerod, the man who scored at this ground for Blackpool back in 2010. Almost added to his collection there, and almost made it 10 for the season. Fantastic through ball from Adrian Cislovic, really sliced the Grimsby defence apart. Johnny Hunt did magnificently to keep the ball in and provide a great cross, and it was Ormerod at the back post, glancing header over the bar. Still 0-0. Cislovic looked for the run of Thornton, and it's overhead cleared away by Hatton. Key to the wrist space. Forward to Ormerod. Gets there ahead of Pearson. Forward by Thomas. Cook did well to keep it in play. Wrexham win it back. Stephen Wright goes down. Shirt tugged by Artus. Free kick to Wrexham. Harris takes this short one. Square to Riley. Hunt swings it in. West was there. Ormerod was there as well. Bit of communication lacking there. Could have come to any of the two. Marshall hits it against Wright. And a goal kick to Grimsby. Headed away by Westwood. Here's Thanos. Pops it out wide right. Colbeck. Thanos again, bit of space. Plays it forward. Thomas is in space as well, but he can't really get that. Well, Thanos scored last season when the two sides played on a 2-2 draw in April. He came on and scored a screamer as Wrexham holding out 2-1 going into the final minutes of that game. Here's Disley. All the way back to Pearson. Bit of space. Miller to Hatton. Here's Cook. Challenge coming in from Johnny Hunt, and suddenly Colbeck gets in behind the Wrexham defence and charges forward towards the 18-yard box. Colbeck pulls it back. Cook goes for goal. Saved by Maxwell. Cook again. And Grimsby have scored. Grimsby take the lead in the final. It's Andy Cook who scores for Grimsby and sends the Yorkshireman wild. Well, Maxwell made an important save, but no defender was following up for Wrexham. Left Cook free. His third goal in this competition, Andy Cook. That was good save, good strong hand by Maxwell, but no one following up. And Grimsby take the lead in the FA Trophy final with 20 minutes to play. Headed away by Pearson. Harris gives it away. Cook, the goal scorer, behind Artus. Good challenge from Stephen Wright. Keats can't get it past Thanos, gets in the second bite and gives it away again. Might come for Cislovic though. Speeds away from Thanos, speeds past Hatton, crossing position, pulls it back. And it came only to Disley. Grimsby's first goal in 4 games. Wrexham must respond. Here's Keats. Puts it over the top, good ball as well. Johnny Hudds cuts it back. Oh, and gave it away to Colbeck. Forward by Artus. Riley's there though. Ormerod takes it down. Towards Cislovic. Thornton. Bit of space now for Johnny Hunt if he can get there. Yes, he can. Swings it in. Headed down by Hatton. And then thumped away by Colbeck. Flicked on by Cook. Chases on for Marshall. Westwood did well to play it back to Maxwell, and Maxwell thumps it out wide left. All the way to Dean Keats. Full ball by him. Cislovic on the chase. Good defending play by Miller. Keats. Out wide to Harris. Forward to Thornton. No way forward. Has to go back to Harris. Is Ormerod now. All but one of the Grimsby players behind the ball. Forward ball. Headed away by Hatton. Disley plays it away. Johnny Hunt. Keats. Here's Thornton. Cislovic. Bit of space for Keats. Can he turn? Yes, he can. Turns past 2 men. Can't get past the 3rd man, which was Colbeck. Harris. And that's given away. Out for a throw-in to Grimsby. The referee's pulled it back for a free kick though. The Wrexham fans have responded. Can the players? Keats over this free kick. Clips it in towards Riley's stepping over the bar, and it lands on the roof of the net. Second great opportunity for Martin Riley in this game, and it's just not falling Wrexham's away at the moment. 15 minutes to go. 1-0 Grimsby. Headed by Riley. Dynamite can't win it against Miller. Up in the air. Headed by Marshall against Stephen Wright. Stumped forward towards Danny Wright. Does well to get the header in there. And charges forward. And Danny Wright's got in behind them. And here's Kevin Thornton now taking over. Tries to pull it back into the 18-yard box. Still Kevin Thornton. And a goal kick given. Bounced off a couple of men, Kevin Thornton. Tried to win the corner but couldn't, and now here's another change for Wrexham, and it will be Rob Ogilvie who is going to come on to add to the strike force, and it will be Brett Ormerod to make way. So what can Ogilvie bring to this game? One goal so far in the FA Trophy, and that was against Sutton in the 5-0 win there. Wrexham have come from behind before in this competition this season against Solihull Moors. They went behind shockingly, but they responded. They need to respond here, but they've got little time to do it. 13 minutes and counting. Riley strides forward. Hunt pops infield to Chislovic. Riley's carried on his run and charges down Colbeck. Colbeck gets it away though. Keats. Thornton. Thornton in space. Johnny Hunt. Poor touch. And Colbeck can clear it away. The ball's going to come back at Grimsby though. Here's Riley. Harris. And Grimsby just forced Wrexham all the way back into their own half. Keats to Harris. Danny Wright tries to pop it off to Thornton, was just a bit behind the Irishman. Still Wrexham attack. Here's Thornton to Riley. Back inside to Thornton. Harris to Keats, under pressure from Thomas, goes down. Grimsby parking the bus now. Can Wrexham penetrate that wall? Chislovic into the 18-yard box, pops it off. Hunt, back to Chislovic. Chislovic goes for goal, good save, down low by McKeown. And patient build-up led to a great opportunity there. But still Wrexham yet to find the breakthrough. Just glided through the Grimsby defence, Chislovic. Their shot was powerful, but McKeown did fantastically to get down low. Cook rises well, but concedes a free kick against Keats. Over 35,000 inside Wembley this afternoon. A magnificent turnout in these cold, blistery conditions. Long one from Maxwell. Danny Wright can't get the header on. Hunt gives it away to Artis. Only as far as Keats. Thornton. Here's the Paul Chislovic. Away from two men. Michael for Keats. Heavy touch. Keats goes down! Penalty to Wrexham! Keats did really well to get past two men, and it was Pearson in the end who conceded the penalty. A massive chance for Wrexham now, with 10 minutes to go of the game. A penalty to draw Wrexham level. And it will be the little Irishman, Kevin Thornton. To give Wrexham hope. Thornton. How's your nerve? Scores! And sends the Wrexham fans into raptures. Wrexham back in the game. Welshman never yield. A lifeline for Wrexham. Under 10 minutes to go now. And the belief is there. The Dragon is breathing fire once again in this game. From the depths of despair, through all the club have been through, can Wrexham go on now? Finesse penalty from Thornton. And can that galvanise the team now? Not long to go. And the Wrexham fans are really bouncing now. Pearson wins it against Wright. Interplay in the Grimsby midfield. Disley beats Harris. Disley charging forward for Grimsby now. Here's Marshall. Good challenge by Thornton. Now can he start off an attack for Wrexham? Ogilvie ahead of him. First touch for Ogilvie. Charging forward, up against Pearson. Hits it against Pearson. Claims of handball, nothing doing, says the referee. Still in play. And he's won a throw in, Ogilvie. Against Pearson. Here is the scorer, Thornton. Loses it to Marshall, throwing again. Long one from Stephen Wright into the area. Danny Wright is there, headed away. Harris lurking. Thumped away by Hatton. Cut out by Johnny Hunt fantastically and thumped forward by Jay Harris. And Danny Wright is offside. Just like the LDV Band Trophy of 2005, this could be going to extra time unless one of these teams has something in them in these final few minutes. No free kick given against Grimsby there. Keats battles away and wins it against Colbeck. And now Chislovich is on the charge for Wrexham. Thornton goes down, free kick to Wrexham. It took Wrexham 11 minutes to respond after the opening goal from Andy Cook. Just about 5 minutes to go to the end of the game, and Grimsby are preparing another substitute, and it will be Richard Brodie, who is, to say the least, not liked by the Wrexham fans, who was sent off during his time at Crawley at the racecourse. Free kick. Harris, strike a goal. Saved by McKeown, and it was a thunderous drive from Jay Harris. Corner ball to Wrexham. Dean Keats, the captain, the leader, swings it in, near post. Thumped away by Thomas in the end. And now Grimsby can make that change. And it will be Marshall, who has been threatening down that left-hand side, who will be replaced by Richard Brodie. To a chorus of boos from the Wrexham fans. The big man will go up front there. Thornton swings it in. Headed on by Keats, and Westwood's in there now as well, battling away. It's thumped clear by Pearson. First touch for Brodie. Turns away from Hunt into space. Feeds it forward, looking for Artus. Here he is, Frankie Artus. Up against Stephen Wright. Thomas on the overlap. Great challenge by Rob Ogilvie, working his way back. Artis. Brody takes it on the knee. Turns away from Thornton. Richard Brody gives it away to Harris. Harris over the top looking for Danny Wright. Out comes McKeown. McKeown knees it up in the air. Keats heads it down and Danny Wright's in a bit of space now. Back comes Thomas, but Danny Wright is charging forward. Danny Wright's into the 18-yard box. Long way round Pearson though, and Pearson's done really well to prevent Danny Wright from getting round him and getting some sort of cross into the area. And the final change for Wrexham, it will be Joe Clark who is going to replace Kevin Thornton. The scorer of the penalty that dragged Wrexham back into this game, that's given Wrexham that spark of hope. And Joe Clark now, who's been an ever-present this season in that three-man midfield, will just come in to shore things up, provide that bit of solidity. And there is that penalty that Kevin Thornton scored, and it could be one of the most famous goals in Wrexham's history. First ever at Wembley for Wrexham. Headed away by Westwood. Flicked on by Keats. Pearson charged into Ogilvie and gets a header. Danny Wright flicks it on. Miller's there though. And then Captain Disley heads it all the way back to McKeown. Headed away by Wright, flicked on by Ogilvie. Clark, cheeky little ball around the side looking for Ogilvie, but Pearson's there. Brody will bring it down. Inside to Artis, asking too much there of Andy Cook, and Riley can pop it back to Maxwell. First touch for Clark. Hunt can't keep it in play though, and that will be a throw into Grimsby. Final minute of the game. Grimsby 1, Wrexham 1. Colbeck on the charge against Riley. Play back to Maxwell though. The front clear. Danny Wright is offside. The referee hasn't seen it. The referee carrying on with play, and finally brings it back. 3 minutes of time added on. 3 minutes. Grimsby with a free kick here. McKeown in his own half. Headed away by Clark. Chases on for Chisovic against Thanos. Did well, him and Hatton between each other. And out comes Maxwell doing really well, and Brody not happy with the referee there. And now here's Danny Wright. Artis charging back. Danny Wright's turned Artis, but he can't get past Thomas. No, he can't, and Artis forced to thump it into touch. Long ball by Stephen Wright. Danny Wright gets something on it. Might come for Joe Clark. Free kick against Jay Harris on Andy Thanos. We're into the second minute of injury time. Here at the home of football, Wembley. 1-1 between Grimsby and Wrexham. Stephen Wright's taking a tumble. Hacked forward by Joe Clark. And McKeown comes a long way out of his goal, but lets that one go out for a throw into Grimsby. Flicked on by Cook. Westwood with a controlled clearance towards Danny Wright, takes it on the chest. And Thanos plays a risky ball back to McKeown. Ogilvie was on the chase. Headed away by Riley, only as far as Disley though, and now Grimsby with the last attack possibly of the game. Here's Colbeck. Clark under pressure with him. So is Hunt, comes into Brodie, and Keats half clears it as far as Hatton. Brodie trying to turn Keats, and concedes the free kick in the end. Wrexham survive. "20 seconds of normal time remaining. We could be heading into extra time. And the referee says that's that. At the end of 90 minutes, it's Grimsby 1, Wrexham 1. So we are off for the second half. We're in extra time now. And it's going to take an extra half hour for these two sides to separate themselves. As Richard Brodie taking a knock to the face. Chisovic will kick it back to McKeown. Long ball forward, headed away by Stephen Wright. Pearson with the header. Up in the air from Stephen Wright, and that will be a throw into Grimsby. Just like the Brighton game last season, the FA Cup third round replay, where Wrexham were heroic, were all the way through to penalties. They are required again, but Brodie's got in behind Westwood. Brodie to the byline, pulls it back, plays it off Westwood. No, he didn't. Goal kick. Real test of both teams' characters in this next half hour of football. As that's over Ogilvie, too high for him, another throw in. It will be the team with the most fight, the more desire. Who's going to win that trophy? Danny Wright on the chest, turning from Pearson, feeds it off into the path of Clark. Clark into space, pulls it back, can really control it. Wrexham still with the ball though, with Harris, tries to stab it forward. Chisovic on the edge of the area, feeds it through, Ogilvie. That game McKeown did well, dived at the feet of Rob Ogilvie, the Wales under-21 international. Prevented him from going round the keeper and keeps his team in the game. Pearson hitting it high towards Brodie, headed away by Westwood. Thanos beats Chisovic to it. Here's Hatton. Colbeck gives it away though. Chisovic. There's a pirouette on the Wembley turf. That's a good ball. Stephen Wright. Harris to Keats. Infield. Riley. Good ball. Hunt crossing position into the area. Diving header away. Might come for Martin Riley. And he dallied on the ball. He had acres of space. And he just hesitated. And now Grimsby can come with the ball. Brodie takes a dive on the turf. And the referee tells Brodie to get up. Surely then that should be a booking for simulation. Trying to buy the referee there by claiming that Keats tripped him. Right, chests it down towards Clark. Grimsby get the ball back though with Artus, and Brody is offside. No love lost between Wrexham and Brody. It's Danny Wright. Tries to flick it down, but no one around him. Just came through to McKeown. Grimsby 1, Wrexham 1 in the FA Trophy 2013 at Wembley. Header forward by Keats. Flicked over the top by Harris, only as far as Hatton. Artus looking for Thomas. Stephen Wright there again. Has been a real solid figure at right back throughout this game. Artus gives it back to Thomas, under pressure from Ogilvie. Stephen Wright there again. And again, Artus trying to feed it back to Thomas, and again, Grimsby in the throw-in. Cook can't really control it, and in came Thomas, and finally the pressure is relieved on Wrexham's part. Goal kick. The atmosphere now is really tense, and at times you can hear a pin drop due to the anxiety around the fans. This is getting more and more nerve-wracking by the second, but Wrexham have an attacking throw-in. Ogilvie holding off Artus. Back to Stephen Wright. Ogilvie gets it back and flicks it over the top, looking for the continued run of Stephen Wright. Forced away. Throw into Wrexham. Riley plays a long one towards Danny Wright. Climbs well, flicks it on towards Chisovic, takes it well on the chest. Clark. Here's Hunt, bit of space. Works it back to the substitute. Into the area. With 21, McKeown drops it at Ogilvie's feet, but Grimsby survives somehow, cleared away by Thomas. Keats pops it off to Harris. Forward ball. Looking for the run. Chisovic too much on that, even for the speedy pole. Goal kick to Grimsby. It was a good idea from Jay Harris. The execution just wasn't there. Too fast for even Chisovic to get to. Grimsby still have the pleasure of making another substitute if needed. They've only made the two. Wrexham have used now all their substitutes, so it will be a real test of fitness now. Disley to Thanos. Thanos, good ball, looking for Cook. Too much on that for him. Headed away by Miller. Harris on the chest and finds it. Chisovic. Clark out wide to Hunt. Back inside. Looking for Johnny Hunt again. Crossing position into the area. Danny Wright. All the way over him, and now Grimsby can restart an attack of their own. with Frankie Artis. Cook, held up by Westwood. In comes Stephen Wright. Throw into Grimsby. Thomas, tackled by Danny Wright. Artis throwing a foot at it and intercepting the forward ball. And it's left to Jay Harris to clean up. All the way back to Maxwell. Looking for Chislovich, headed away by Hatton. Hunt is there. Given away though, loose ball. Thanos will take over, but he's been challenged by Clark, and Clark's running back off him. Clark with a bit of space, forward ball, Danny Wright, edge of the area. Room to turn, tackle though. And Grimsby survive. And now is a real opportunity for Wrexham. Flicked on by Brody, now the other end Grimsby come. Riley is there. Chislovich as well to keep that one in. Hunt forward. Brody under pressure from Keats. Forced back to Thomas. Five minutes to go to the end of the first half of extra time. Still 1-1. Nothing separates the two. Clark. Westwood. Stephen Wright. Grimsby took the lead on 71 minutes through Andy Cook. And then Kevin Thornton, the Irishman, pulled one back for the Reds. And they could get another here. Back came Hatton though against Chislovich and forced McKeown to thrash it into the stands. Hunt gives it and gets it back from Danny Wright. Here is the big number 9. Square ball. Jay Harris, bit of space. Goes for the curler over the bar. It's a good idea. And he's been threatening all afternoon with those long-ranged efforts, Jay Harris. And the curler just rested on top of the goal. McKeown came across, probably had it covered, McKeown. He's had a fantastic afternoon, the goalkeeper. Harris leaves Disley on the floor. Thanos up in the air. Big header from Hunt there. Chislovich. Afterburners are on. Speeds past Hatton. Good ball to Hunt. And it's deflected behind for a corner ball to Wrexham. The war cries from Wrexham, rousing the players. Chislovich will take this corner. Stephen Wright in there for aerial threat now. It's a deep one. It's towards Riley. Might come for Joe Clark on the edge of the area. Joe Clark goes for a goal. Head over, leaning back though. And that's wide and high from Joe Clark. Two minutes to go to the end of the first half of extra time in the 2013 FA Trophy final here at Wembley. It's Grimsby 1, Wrexham 1. Fucked up by Riley. Easy for Pearson to deal with. Flicked on by Cook though. Riley is there. Danny Wright holding off his man. Finds Cisnovic, who goes for goal. Great effort and a fantastic save by McKeown. But what a strike from Adrian Cisnovic. Took it on the chest, turned and fired a thunderbolt at James McKeown. But what a save, a good strong hand from the goalkeeper. Well, that would have been something special. Danny Wright. Here's Stephen Wright. Loses out to Disley though. Will be a throw into Wrexham. That would have been one of the best Wembley goals we've ever seen from the young Paul Adrian Cisnovic. Got so much power on it. It was on target, but a fantastic save. McKeown didn't know where it had gone, but a great strong hand from McKeown just to take the sting out of a shot, and that he did. Keats nods it forward, hooked away by Colbeck. Here's Cook, Brody. A minute of added time at the end of the first half of extra time. Now we're in that minute now. Long one from Maxwell. Flicked on by Danny Wright. In his Ogilvie. Cisnovic, great save, McKeown. Well, he's really threatening now, isn't he? He has been used to maximum effect. And McKeown, again, has to keep out Adrian Cisnovic. Corner ball to Wrexham. Towards the back post. Up in the air by Riley. Headed away by Pearson. Here's Joe Clark. Against Stanosh. Gives it away to Hatton though. And half time here at the end of the first half of extra time. But Keats gives it away straight away from the kickoff. Artis looking for Brody, and Westwood with his experience just nodded out of play. Thomas gets it back from Artis. Here's Artis again. It's it against Keats. Thomas can't keep it in play. There's a goal kick. And the Wrexham fans are in full voice again. Stephen Wright down the line, looking for Ogilvie. Turns on the chest. That's well played by Ogilvie, trying to beat Thomas, but he concedes the foul in the end. Intelligent play there from Ogilvie. He had Thomas for pace, and Thomas just bought the foul, got himself between Ogilvie and the ball. And any contact that he felt he was going to go down. Free kick taken by McKeown. Westwood nodded out of play again. Westwood battling against Brody. Still Grimsby have the ball with Artis. Here's Thomas. Trying to go outside Keats. He's forced back though. Thanos turns from Clark. Looking for Thomas, and Ogilvie did really well doing his defensive duties. Plenty forward, looking for Danny Wright, only as far as middle though. Bit of space for Colbeck. Strikes at goal. And he had Maxwell scrambling. But the Wrexham goalkeeper saw it wide. just dragged this shot away from that post of Maxwell's. Acrobatically cleared away by the captain Disley for Grimsby. Time for Wrexham to stand up and be counted. Make a mark for themselves. Harris does well to keep it in play. Stephen Wright forward to Danny Wright. Cleared away though by Pearson. Westwood wins it against Cook. Sweeping ball by Keats to Hunt, and he's done well, Johnny Hunt, to keep that in play. He gives it away to Hatton, looking for the run of Cislovic. Throw into Wrexham. Keats Daly, but wins a throw in. Cislovic speeds past Colbeck, comes into the area. Thanos takes over. Thumped into touch. Harris strikes a goal. It only hits Thanos though. It's going to come back at Grimsby with Keats. And Keats gives it away to Disley. Here's Cook, looking for the run of Disley, but Disley isn't within 5 yards of Riley, who cleans up the mess. It's a couple of times now we've seen Keats just dallying on the ball and giving it straight to an opponent. Header is by Hatton. Here's Colbeck. Clark wins it back though. Hatton came in strongly on Cislovic. Harris clears it over the top. Danny Wright is on the chase. Cleared by Miller. Colbeck clears it towards Andy Cook, and Riley does really well to head that all the way back to Maxwell, under a lot of pressure from Andy Cook. Already on the score sheet, the Grimsby striker. Almost threatening there again. Danny Wright jumping with Miller. Forward by Clark, flicked on by Ogilvie, looking for Danny Wright, but Thomas is there. Time and space for Clark to find Cislovic. Cislovic tries to pull it back and might come for Clark on the edge of the area. Harris. And Hunt into the area. Danny Wright with a header. Sails wide of the goal. Good patient build-up again by Wrexham. Danny Wright just got over that one. Ten minutes of agonising anxiety for all the fans. Headed forward by Thomas. Stephen Wright is there, only as far as Thanos, up in the air. And Hunt did well to ride the challenge there, and he's found a good pass to Joe Clark, just trying to turn away from Thanos. Thanos got some sort of contact on it. Danny Wright turning from Pearson. Cislovic tried to find Danny Wright again. He's given it away to Disley though. And the ball hits Keats in the face. And clips it out wide. Stephen Wright with a bit of space now. Ogilvie. The deflection took it towards McKeown's goal. Did well to readjust himself and catch that one. Header by Clark. Artis chests it down looking for Cook. Keats is there though. A forward ball by Clark. And Cislovic now, he's got Johnny Hunt racing down the left. Clark just about keeping possession for Wrexham. Grimsby pushing Wrexham all the way back towards their own goal. And here they are back with Maxwell. Clark does well to battle against Disley. And here's Johnny Hunt now. Sheeslovich goes for goal, and that's just over. It's more of a hopeful attempt than a real attempt at anything. The effort on goal wasn't too far away. Clark with a header. And the header might come for Danny Wright on the charge, and the bounce just evades him. Ogilvie takes over though, under pressure from Hatton. Ogilvie under pressure still, and in the end his cross goes out for a goal kick. There's Mark Hughes watching his local team, man from Rabat. We all know what he achieved in his career. And there's the man who counts, Andy Morrell, the manager, the player. Headed away by Pearson. Stephen Wright feeds it forward. Pearson's there again. To the wall job for Grimsby now. Sheeslovich paces on, feeds it outside. Johnny Hunt up in the air, it's headed behind for a corner to Wrexham with 5 minutes to go. Sheeslovich is going to swing this one in. Oh, it could have gone anywhere. Clark back in. Danny Wright is there. Cleared away by Miller. And Clark loses out to Cook, but readjusted himself well and restarts play with Harris to Keats. Sheeslovich charging forward. Leaves Hatton for dead. Disley did well to charge the cross down. Sheeslovich again. Danny Wright's peeled off. Might come for Danny Wright. Bit of space. Goes past one man. Goes past two. Danny Wright. Great block by Pearson. And now Grimsby can break at the other end. Here's Colbeck. Forward to Cook, and a great interception from Johnny Hunt. But Danny Wright with a glorious opportunity. Skated through the Grimsby defence, but a fantastic, heroic block by Sean Pearson stopped Danny Wright from grabbing the winner. Long one from Hatton, flicked on by Cook, cleared by Westwood. Harris heads it back towards the danger zone now. And Harris has got Sheeslovich down away on the left, turns away from Hatton, finds Sheeslovich, and here is Sheeslovich after burners are on. Up against Miller, still Sheeslovich into the area, pulls it back, might come for Harris, turns away. Jay Harris, Sheeslovich goes for goal, first time, great save by McKeown. And it was the curling, rasping shot from Cislovic. Still Wrexham come. Stephen Wright. Back to Clark. Poor cross. Easily dealt with by Disley. Harris. Cislovic now. Hunt swings it in. No one there though. And Artis allows that one back to his goalkeeper. Kick only as far as Joe Clark. Cook gets there ahead of him though. Artis now. In came Jay Harris and did well. And feeds down Ogilvie down the right hand side. Into the area. Danny Wright goes to goal. Oh, saved onto the post by McKeown. And that was the chance. Danny Wright, who has had some glorious chances, but McKeown has been equal to him every time. A corner for Wrexham. A minute to go. Can they score? Headed up in the air by Artis. And Colbeck heads it, clears it away. Throw into Wrexham. Hunt forward. Danny Wright climbs. Here's Keats. Into the area. Deflected behind for another corner. And this could be it. 15 seconds to go. Time for someone to write their name into the history books. Here it comes. Westwood's header. Danny Wright back in. Ogilvie! Oh, it's offside. It's offside. And McKeown gratefully clutched it to his chest and drops to the floor. A minute of added time at the end of the game. And then it will be penalties to separate the two. Unless someone has it in their locker. Low one from Maxwell. Hatton will get there though. Brody to Hatton. Hatton hits it against Cislovic. And the referee blows for full time. And in the most dramatic circumstances, we will have a winner of the FA Trophy 2013. But who will it be? Wrexham to take the first penalty. As Adrian Cislovic takes that long, lonely walk. The substitute, the man who's made a massive impact on the game. The Grimsby defenders haven't been able to deal with it. So first up, Adrian Cislovic. Goal! Sent McKeown the wrong way and slid it into the bottom corner. Expertly done. And now Grimsby with Sam Hatton. A conference playoff winner with AFC Wimbledon back in 2011. Post and So next up for Wrexham, Danny Wright. 16 goals this season in all competitions. He likes to add that none of those are from the penalty spot. He'll be hoping that this one is. Easy, easy, calm as you like, Danny. And it's Richard Brodie, who, as you can tell, is not liked by the Wrexham fans. Sent off famously against them at the racecourse. The substitute over the bar. Wrexham lead on penalties, 2-0. Chris Westwood, 2 goals this season, 1 in the FA Trophy at Southport. The centre back. Scores! A fantastic penalty. And now Joe Colbeck, the former Hereford player. Scores. 3-1. And it's Johnny Hunt. In Ashton's absence, the left back. Hunt scores! And that's it! Wrexham are champions! Wrexham are champions! Wrexham are the FA Trophy winners 2013! And look what it means to every single fan, to every single player, to every single member of the club! Wrexham are the champions 2013 of the FA Trophy. From nearly going out of existence 18 months ago to being the champions of the FA Trophy. They've done it in the most heroic way. Every single player who has played their part in this game, in every game played, all the squad. A phenomenal experience for everyone involved. And it means so much to these fans. Fair play to Grimsby Town, they gave it their all. James McKeown was heroic in the Grimsby goal, but he couldn't prevent any of the Wrexham players from scoring. And Wrexham are FA Trophy winners 2013. Let's not forget, we wouldn't have even got to penalties if it wasn't for another penalty from Kevin Thornton. After some great play by Dean Keats, who was brought down by Pearson. But Wrexham are winners, and nothing can take that away from them. These fans will not let this club die. Welshmen never yield. And a big congratulatory to the fans who have been phenomenal, who have raised the roof here at Wembley. The Welsh voices from North Wales have made themselves heard. Wrexham 4-1 winners on penalties against Grimsby Town. And there he is, Andy Morrell, with his lap of honour. Phenomenal, a phenomenal story. The fan-owned club from the depths of despair, from nearly not being a club to silverware in 18 months. So now we'll have the pleasantries, the medals to both sides. First of all, the officials, who we have to remember, without them, we wouldn't have game of football. And in all fairness, he's done a fantastic job this afternoon. Jonathan Ross, Darren England, Harry Leonard and James Adcock, the officials. A big hand to them. And now Grimsby, who will take the walk that no one wants to take and receive the medal no one wants to receive. The runners-up medal. They took the lead in this game through Andy Cook on 71 minutes. And Craig Disley leads them up the steps. And in appreciation, the Wrexham fans applauding the Grimsby players, who have been magnificent opponents and equal to Wrexham for nearly 120 minutes of football. But in penalties is where they succumb.
Wembley, let's show our appreciation one more time to Grimsby Town.
Big round of applause from the Wrexham fans to the Grimsby players as they receive the runners-up medals. Disappointment, understandably. To make it this far, to make the trip from Yorkshire down to Wembley is a long one. It's going to be an even longer one home for the Grimsby fans. But it's Wrexham who will be singing from here all the way to North Wales tonight. McKeown there, absolutely fantastic this afternoon. He made some outstanding saves in the Grimsby goal, and if it wasn't for him, Grimsby wouldn't have even reached penalties. He made some crucial saves from Andy Morel, from Adrian Cislovic, from Danny Wright. Unbelievable player, unbelievable performance. As now Wrexham awaits to make the walk they want to walk up those Wembley steps, the famous steps that so many have walked down.
But this afternoon it will be the Wrexham skipper, who leads his team up the 107 steps with a spring underfoot.
And Dean Keats, who has been a leader on the pitch today, has been a leader throughout this campaign, will lead Wrexham to lift the FA Trophy. All these players have had a part to play. Even the players that didn't get on the pitch today have played their part in the competition so far. Every single one. Stephen Wright, an absolute rocket right back. Thornton, the goal scorer. As Dean Keats approaches the trophy. From the depths of despair, Dean Keats to lift the trophy. They tried, but they could never kill our club. And this is for the fans, as a way of thank you from the Wrexham players for all they've done for this club. The only way they can repay them. Thank you isn't enough. But Dean Keats now. Wrexham are champions 2013!
what a day, what a day. I hope no one spoiled it by telling you what the score was before you watched it all through. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and next Saturday we'll do it all over again with a different classic match.